Sometimes, even when we're speaking, it feels like our words just bounce off a wall, leaving us feeling unseen and unheard. Are you noticing that your partner isn't really listening, and it's creating distance between you? In this video, we're uncovering key signs that you might not be truly heard in your relationship, and what you can do to change that for deeper connection. Before we start, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more honest relationship insights. Let's get your voice heard, starting now. You keep having the same arguments over and over. If you find yourself bringing up the same issues repeatedly, it's a major sign you're not being heard. Your partner might think they're addressing your concerns, but they're only responding to the surface complaint, not the underlying need. When someone truly hears you, they understand what you need and work to meet that need. Repetitive arguments happen because the real message isn't getting through. Your partner gets defensive instead of curious. When you express concerns and your partner immediately jumps to defending themselves, explaining their intentions, or making excuses, they're not hearing you. A partner who hears you responds with curiosity first. They ask questions to understand your experience better before explaining their perspective. Defensiveness shuts down communication and signals that they're more concerned with being right than understanding you. You feel like you have to escalate to get attention. If you find yourself raising your voice, repeating yourself multiple times, or becoming more emotional just to get a response, you're compensating for not being heard. You shouldn't have to become the squeaky wheel to get your basic emotional needs acknowledged. When someone truly hears you, they respond to your first calm attempt at communication. They minimize or dismiss your feelings. Phrases like, "You're being too sensitive," "It's not that big of a deal," or "You're overreacting," are clear signs your emotions aren't being validated. Someone who hears you understands that your feelings are valid regardless of whether they would feel the same way in your situation. They don't judge the appropriateness of your emotional response, they try to understand what's driving it. Conversations feel one-sided. You share your thoughts and feelings, but your partner doesn't engage meaningfully with what you've said. They might nod along or give generic responses like "okay" or "I understand," but they don't reflect back what they heard or ask follow-up questions. True listening involves active engagement with your words and emotions. How to address not being heard? Start by clearly stating what you need. Say something like, "I need to feel heard when I share something important with you." That means I need you to put down distractions, make eye contact, and reflect back what you heard before sharing your perspective. Be specific about what being heard looks like to you, because people show and receive listening differently. The reflection technique that creates understanding. Teach your partner to reflect back what they've heard before responding. For example, they might say, "So what I'm hearing is that you felt overlooked when I made plans without checking with you first. Is that right?" This simple step ensures they truly absorb your message and gives you a chance to clarify if something was misunderstood. Reflective listening slows down the conversation, helping both of you stay present and preventing knee-jerk, reactive responses. It shows your partner is actively trying to understand your feelings rather than just waiting to reply. Over time, this practice builds deeper empathy, clearer communication, and reduces unnecessary conflict, because you're both focused on truly hearing each other first. Creating space for your voice. If your partner often dominates conversations or interrupts, it can help to establish clear ground rules for important talks. One effective approach is the talking stick method. Only the person holding a designated object has the floor to speak, while the other listens fully without interrupting. This simple rule encourages respect and patience. You can also set a timer, giving each person an equal amount of uninterrupted time to share their thoughts and feelings. These kinds of structures might feel a bit artificial or awkward at first, but they help break old patterns and build new habits around respectful communication. Over time, these tools create a safer space where both people feel heard and valued. They encourage active listening and prevent conversations from turning into power struggles, paving the way for more productive and compassionate dialogue. When to have the meta conversation? Sometimes, the best way forward is to pause and talk about how you're communicating instead of diving straight into the content of your disagreements. Pick a calm moment to gently bring up the pattern you've noticed. You might say, "I've noticed when I try to share my feelings, our conversations often turn into arguments. I'd really like for us to work on how we listen to each other." By focusing on the process, how you listen, respond, and connect, you shift the conversation away from blame or past conflicts. This creates a safer space for both of you to improve communication together. It's a way of saying, "I care about us and want to find better ways to understand each other." This kind of meta-conversation can open the door to greater empathy and cooperation, setting the stage for healthier, more respectful dialogues in the future. Setting consequences for not being heard. If your partner consistently refuses to listen despite your sincere efforts, it's important to set clear boundaries to protect your emotional well-being. This might mean calmly ending conversations when you feel dismissed or unheard, and taking space until they're ready to engage respectfully. It's okay to prioritize your own needs by stepping back from discussions that leave you feeling ignored or invalidated. Sometimes, persistent communication challenges signal deeper issues that are hard to resolve alone. In those cases, seeking couples counseling can provide a safe space to explore patterns, improve understanding, and rebuild connection with professional guidance. Remember, you can't force someone to truly hear you, but you can protect yourself from the pain of being repeatedly dismissed. Setting boundaries is an act of self-respect and a way to encourage healthier interactions. It also helps you maintain your emotional health while navigating difficult dynamics in the relationship. Building a culture of being heard. Create regular opportunities for both partners to share and truly be heard. This could be weekly check-ins where you talk about how you're feeling, daily moments of gratitude where you express appreciation for each other, or monthly relationship meetings to discuss what's working and what could improve. These habits build positive patterns of listening and connection over time. When both people feel consistently heard, even about small, everyday matters, it becomes much easier to navigate bigger conflicts with understanding and patience. Feeling heard isn't a luxury. It's a fundamental human need in any healthy relationship. You deserve to have your thoughts and feelings received with respect, curiosity, and care. By making space for regular sharing, you nurture trust and emotional safety, creating a foundation where deeper intimacy and resilience can grow. This ongoing practice helps you both feel valued and supported, strengthening your bond day by day. Feeling heard is a basic need in love, and when it's missing, everything else suffers. Be patient, stay clear, and watch how your relationship shifts when you both start truly listening. If this video hit home, drop a comment or share your story below. And for more real talk about love, don't forget to subscribe and tap that bell. Catch you in the next one.